I'm not mad at
While the official reports from the White House painted a picture of a calculated assault by a professional agitator, the evidence on the ground tells a different story. These weren't the movements of a domestic terrorist. These were the movements of a mother who had just dropped her 6-year-old son off at school. Renee wasn't known for protests or political activism. She was known as a neighbor and a stay-at-home parent. By the time the Truth Social posts began to circulate, labeling her as part of radical left-wing network, the narrative was already being spun to fit a political agenda, one that ignored the woman bleeding on Portland Avenue in favor of a story about absolute immunity.
Hey, was you riding with her? Did you call any of your people yet?
Terrible things happen every day. Sad things happen, tragedies, cruelty, injustice, etc. And in most situations, it's just a bad part of life. But what do you do when something terrible happens and a big group of people, including those who are running our country, tells you it didn't?
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. And I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
As the community in Minneapolis grieved, the narrative from the White House began to shift the blame. In a post on Truth Social, Donald Trump attacked what he called the radical left. Backing the official version of events, he described Renee Good as very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, claiming she violently, viciously, and willfully ran over the ICE officer. According to Trump, the agent had no choice but to shoot in self-defense. But as these words were highlighted and broadcast to millions, they stood in direct opposition to the bystander footage that showed the officer standing clear of the vehicle as he opened fire.
That woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job.
You said within hours of her being killed, you said that she was a domestic terrorist.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened, it was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle.
That's not what happened. We all saw what happened.
It absolutely is what happened.
I said that your description, they were attempting to push out their vehicle and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle is not what we see on the videotape, and it's not.
It absolutely is the facts of what happened on the ground that day. They were there pushing out a vehicle earlier. They had helped each other.
But that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
You have a federal law enforcement official engaging in federal law enforcement action. That's a federal issue. That guy is protected by absolute immunity.
The death of Renee Nicole Good was not just a tragedy on a Minneapolis street. It was a watershed moment for the American legal system. While bystander footage showed a woman attempting to flee, the official narrative labeled her a domestic terrorist before an investigation had even begun. This case did not end with a trial or a search for the truth, but with a chilling declaration of absolute immunity. It is a final haunting statement on accountability, a reminder that in the eyes of the state, the official story can supersede the visual evidence, leaving a family, a city, and a country to wonder if justice still exists behind the shield of federal power.